Okay, in this lecture, guys, I want to talk to you about don't be victim of the shiny red ball syndrome. Okay, I know you may have heard that term, you may not have, so I'm just going to go ahead and just explain to you what that really means and how it can actually do more harm than good. Okay, so whenever you discover the latest trick or tip, I mean, it's exciting, no doubt. It sparks a newfound motivation, you're excited, you see some quick results, but the results are short-lived and the initial excitement wears off and you're left wanting more. I mean, have you ever experienced that? It's like you try it for a little bit and then you're kind of like just fiending for something more, okay? We call this the shiny red ball syndrome. Anything new is great at first. You're motivated, it's different, you're intrigued to see what might come of it, and then all the excitement wears off and you're left with the same old crappy dull red ball you had before. Sounds a bit exaggerated, but ultimately it's true. We all love the newest shiny red ball, but before long, it's not so shiny, it's not so cool, and then we want a newer ball. However, seeking out the shiny red ball is not uncommon. I mean, it's human nature, okay? We all get excited about the newest thing, including me and the rest of the world, okay? You're not a bad person if you notice your emotions are running high over the big red shiny ball. In fact, in creating an optimal muscle building program, we can use our love for the shiny red ball to our advantage. Okay, so we can use this thing to our advantage, but we got to make sure we're careful. We don't want to just keep hopping to different things, thinking that, it's going to help us in some way. We want to make sure we take things to completion. Okay, does that make sense? You want to, stick to a program, go through the whole thing, and then once you're done with that program, you can find something else to move on to. But you want to make sure you always finish something that you started first. Now, I know this sounds kind of strange that I'm talking about this. We're talking about how to increase testosterone and growth hormone and how we can increase muscle. But when we, become victim to the shiny red ball, this can really limit our muscle gains. Okay. So many people are into like, oh, let me change my diet. And they're always changing their diet or they're always changing their program, but they never really stick with it for long periods of time. This is essentially going to get you nowhere. Okay. So I wanted to touch on this a little bit because these are one of the things that are going to kill your gains if you're jumping around. Okay. You want to make sure you stick to a plan and carry it to completion. Some of the best people in the fitness industry, they sacrificed, they used discipline, they stuck to the same thing, they didn't let any distractions come their way, and they got great results from it, okay? So that's all I have for this lecture, and I can't wait to see you in the next one because we got a few more that we want to cover because I want to show you some other things that essentially can kill your muscle gains. All right, guys, stay tuned.